Hope everyone had a good Christmas. I got my brand new Genesis t-shirt. Got the Foxtrot action going. For this pick, hey, don't burn a cross in my front yard just because I picked this album higher than Led Zeppelin. It's just my opinion. And, you know, it's a matter of which album I guess I'd prefer to listen to. Me personally, not even necessarily better, but it's, I think, a very, very strong album from a band a lot of people know. One of those bands a lot of people either really like or don't really like, and it's an album from this band that I think gets kind of overlooked a little bit. It was released in 1998 on American Recordings and Columbia Records. I do have it on vinyl, but I'm kind of in a hurry, so I'm not even going to bother digging for it. It's the debut album from System of a Down. One of the strongest political statements I think a band has ever made on their debut album. Obviously, pretty much in direct response to the genocide of Armenia, something that happened back in the 20th century that, you know, for a very long time, if not today still, America denies, a lot of major world countries deny happening, according to the members of the band, which is crazy, because I believe it took the lives of 1 million people, maybe more than 1 million people. But all of that aside, very strong debut album, very weird debut album. It's, you know, some would consider it nu metal, some would consider it alternative metal, maybe even a sprinkling of prog in there. That's just my opinion, but kind of one of those albums where you can listen to it, you can either choose to take it seriously or choose to kind of admire more the goofiness of it. They do both very well. Starts out with Sweet Pea, which is obviously a very heavy song, very intense song, with that, you know, very fast-paced drumming and guitar riffing at the beginning, and then that breakdown with the bass line that slows down in the middle section. Very dynamic. The second track, No, is got that really cool drum intro from John Dolmayan, just pummeling riffs all over. Sugar is kind of like the first track in the sense that it kind of starts kind of uppy and a little zany and all off the walls, and then kind of cuts to this like really abrupt left turn with a slower breakdown section, and then it kind of builds up at the end. Suggestions, very heavy song, definitely one of my favorites on the album. Totally kicks ass. Great vocals from Serge on this one. Spiders was another kind of moderate hit, I guess, from this album. Kind of more melodic, and, you know, the graceful vocals kind of floating over as it kind of builds in intensity, a little bit slower. D-Devil, kind of a short, quick track. Soil is a really heavy song about, I think, a friend who committed suicide. War is a great song, one of the first from this album that I ever heard. I remember hearing it at a young age and really liking the heaviness of it, and just the kind of, again, like the kind of abrupt change in the middle section where everything gets really quiet and kind of spooky, and, you know, those weird repeating guitar riffs that Darren plays. Mind, I think, might be the most underrated song in the album. Definitely one of my favorites. It's a very long song, kind of slow building bass and weird vocals, and then out of nowhere it just kind of hits you with the epic drumming and the growl, death growls from Serge and all of that. Very, very cool song. Very cool lyrics too. And then, you know, Cuber is another cool one, kind of a short, quick, but interesting track. And then the very last song, Pluck, so heavy. I love that song too. Sorry, I had to reset my camera there real quick. But yeah, Pluck, just such a heavy, epic way to end the album. So yeah, great debut album. That's my number 7 pick. Maybe a little controversial with some of my top picks here. I might have a few surprises there.